There's a company called Sygnia, and pretty much they are a cybersecurity firm. They pretty much help companies recover from cybersecurity incidents. And in this case, they had actually it's two people involved, but in this case, this guy's name is, and I bookmarked it, but I got an article that kind of goes more in depth on it because I found a cool new site what's it called? A new profile to follow on X. What's the guy name? His name is Clifford Goldberg. And a digital forensics and incident response manager at Sygnia, he is one of the 3 insiders accused of cybercrimes. He allegedly conducted cyber attacks using Alpha Black Cat ransomware. Goldberg and 2 other insiders ran ransomware operations since 2023 while employed at cybersecurity firms. After an FBI visit, Goldberg confessed he now faces up to 50 years in prison.
Ooh, 50? They giving him the hammer.
Man, you know what's funny?
But I think that people, especially when you look like us, you tell somebody that I work in cybersecurity, right? First thing they think is you're a hacker, right? Mm-hmm. And then first thing they start asking is stupid questions. And you have to have a lot of integrity and strong ethics to work in cybersecurity.
No, facts. That's one of the first things you have to do.
No, it's and if you are somebody who is unethical, for the most part, that's how you live your life, this is not for you.
And the thing about this that makes it interesting is I want to keep up with this case as it unfolds. Is how are they doing this? Because like I said, technically he wasn't doing this at work. So when you want to have your insider threat programs or anything like that, that's typically for your environment, not for what you're doing outside.
Like you're talking about insider risk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's why like it's really interesting because this gets to the point where companies now, a lot of people say like I'm being intrusive because you're trying to see what I'm trying to do too much, but I kind of understand because now their reputation is at risk. Hey, we hire these people that do things and conspire against other, like we do stuff to the companies we help. And that's what I read from in this article, and I'm gonna just touch on it, and then we could kind of get on to some more. Let's see. U.S. prosecutors have charged 2 rogue employees of a cybersecurity company that specializes in negotiating ransom payments to hackers on behalf of their victims with carrying out ransomware attacks on their own. Last month, the Department of Justice indicted Kevin Tyler Martin and another unnamed employee who worked as ransomware negotiators at Digital Mint, with 3 counts of computer hacking and extortion related to a series of attempted, that's the bad part, some of them ain't even work, series of attempted ransomware attacks against at least 5 U.S.-based companies. Like, why go against companies in the U.S.? At least if you're going to do it, as Trump say, do it against China. Like, at least do it like that. Like, why would you go against your own companies? And you know it's always going to be a trail.
I think that's crazy. I'm lost for words on that. That is so stupid to me. It's so stupid. And then nobody's going to hire you. Nobody messing with you after that.
He ain't got to worry about being hired. He's going to be in jail.
Well, even if you don't get a lot of time.
No,
clearly he's getting a lot of time. But if he don't, let's say he get 10 years, when you get out, you're going to still feel like you in there. You have this, what is it on you? What do they call it when you judging them? Now you have the people have these.
Talking about too.
I can't.
You talking about like a preconceived notion?
Yes. So people have these preconceived notions about you. It don't matter if you served your time. They're not going to be like, oh, he cool. No.
And he's not going to be able to get any type of
no job. Nothing. Because you have to think about, and people don't realize this, like every felony isn't the worst felony you can have, right? Some felonies you still can get a job, but like stealing, murder, what they call it, violent crimes, drug crimes, anything with money, basically trust. Again, if a company can't trust you, why would they want to hire you?
Facts. Prosecutors also charged a 3rd individual, Clifford Goldberg, a former incident response manager at cybersecurity giant Sygnia, as part of the scheme. The 3 are accused of hacking into companies, stealing their sensitive data, and deploying ransomware developed by the Alpha V Black Cat group. The Alpha V Black Cat gang operates as a ransomware as a service model in which the gang develops the file encrypting malware used to steal and scramble the victim's data while its affiliates, such as the 3 individuals indicted, carry out the hacks and deploy the gang's ransomware. The gang then takes a cut of the profits made from any ransomware payments. According to an FBI affidavit filed in September, the rogue employees received more than $1.2 million in ransom payments from one victim, a medical device maker in Florida. They also targeted several other companies, including a Virginia-based drone maker and a Maryland-headquartered pharmaceutical company. The Chicago Sun-Times first reported the indictment on Sunday. These people, between the three of them, $1.2 million.
Why?
1.2. They could have did, but these people had expertise where they could have just made that. They just started their own companies.
That's what I'm saying about ethics. If you always thinking about that BS, if you always thinking about how you can get over on people, on things, how you can win your way, instead of starting a legitimate company and making the money legitimately, because clearly the skill set is there.
Yeah. And I definitely want to talk to a person that does insider risk, because I wonder if, based on what certain people do at a company, do they have strict monitoring on them for like the dark web or what their alias could be or what they doing or what they getting into? Because that's what I would probably do. Like for people that do certain things, these people know the system. These would be it's like pretty much who polices the police. Mm-hmm. Like the police and them know all the laws and how to get away with everything.
Insider risk is something that a lot of companies they're not necessarily accounting for.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing, right? More at the end, like, oh, just take their access, revoke their access, making that a part of the, the access, the access life cycle. But I think that especially in the use of AI, insider risk should be conversations
that's that's been happening, and I don't understand why people were letting people use ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, or whatever with their possible company sensitive information.
Well, it's because you probably don't have a solution in place to help you.
Well, most companies have pretty much got their own internal LOMs that they have been working on for the last 3 years. That's finally just been released for them to work on. So, let's see. Sygnia Chief Executive Guy Segal confirmed to TechCrunch that Goldberg was a Sygnia employee and was terminated after Sygnia learned of his alleged involvement with the ransomware attacks. The company declined to comment further, citing the FBI's ongoing investigation. Digital Mint President Mark Grins told TechCrunch that Martin was an employee at the time of the alleged hacks, but said Martin was acting completely outside the scope of his employment. Obviously. Grins also confirmed that the unnamed individual may be a former employee. Digital Mint is also cooperating with the government's investigation, said Grins. Yeah, man. I thought that was pretty... Like, that's the type of stuff we watch TV shows on.
Facts.
Like, for real.
Absolutely. And I think that we also are in a less forgiving nation than others. When people get caught with some of those crimes in other countries, that country is sometimes like, hey, did you know that you could do this for good?
No, I actually think we are less forgiving.
No, that's what I'm saying. Here in the U.S.
No, I mean, I actually think we are more forgiving.
Really?
If they was in Russia... off with their heads.
Well, it depends on the country, absolutely, because China not playing with that either.
That's what I'm saying. So why they didn't do that to them? Like, fam, why y'all... See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Y'all be having all this expertise, and y'all be choosing the wrong U.S.-based companies. Y'all could have did it to the student loan people. Nobody would... Bro, everybody would... Y'all... Hey, listen. This is funny.
I wonder, do they have a good security team?
Who?
Because everybody's always preying on the student loan.
They got them dispersed for like different companies now, but this is
like Sally Mae, for example.
This is unrelated to it, but you seen the recent pictures of Luigi posted up in jail. Luigi posted up. They said he'd been listening to King Von and stuff.
Can you please?
I promise to God, if you type in Luigi
I'm
right
not
now
doing
on
it.
X,
I'm
you're
not
gonna
doing
see.
it.
But yeah, like you will be looked at as a martyr like Luigi if y'all do stuff. Be responsible with y'all powers. As Uncle Ben said on Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. That's like that's how you sum up cybersecurity. Because even if you're not doing that, there's so much stuff that you can do that you shouldn't do. That's the whole reason why if we bring it back in the scope of a company with insider threat, there are people, like for example, if you work on a messaging team, if you wanted to, you could go through and just look at what people talk about in their emails, but it's unethical. Like the only time that's needed is when 9 times out of 10 it's like there's an investigation going on or something suspicious. Like the last episode I talked about, I was like, I had to look through these people's emails because of this chain of what was happening with this payment and this email hijack situation inside the email thread. So stuff like that is warranted. Yeah. And that's also why you have the disclaimer every time you boot your computer on, hey, all contents on this computer belong to XYZ company.
Yeah.
And people don't, they don't pay attention to that. They just do and say whatever they do when they at work, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that if I was you. So, I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting.
I have